automation for our customers, I feel, is it's the efficiencies it brings to the business and the ability to increase the workload and do the number of projects that are getting through. Yeah, and it's the time to get back, I think, as well from the projects themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I believe that the accuracies that people are able to find makes their bids that much more competitive and that much more cost certain. It's really sort of impacted quite a few businesses that we've seen over the last few years, especially as people have taken on estimation. They've really sort of come around to the idea of being able to speed up their processes, but also make sure that their numbers are 100% accurate.
Can you think of a time, Phil, whenever Countfire's made a big impact for a customer, like something specific maybe you can relate to?
Yeah, so one example of a company that really found the benefit of using Countfire is there was a customer of ours, I won't name their name, but there was a customer of ours that they had a opportunity to bid some work that came in on a Thursday evening. They priced it within that one day or over that evening. And the next day they then had a load of variations that they were then able to bend over backwards to get done just by being able to copy across all of their selections, which if they were to do that by hand would have taken them the best part of a week. And then on the Monday they gave us a call and said, thank you for all your assistance there, because we were awarded the project on the Monday, which is just, I mean, it makes the whole thing worth doing when someone's able to be just that efficient and be able to get their costs and quotes back that efficiently. It makes them look great. It makes the client really appreciate their work. And yeah, it's just smiles all around, really.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You can almost repeat that for a lot of customers. It's that ability to go, right, can I get a project out the door tomorrow, which you can't do in a manual process. So that's been a big like a big game changer for a lot, especially the smaller companies, because they kind of struggle with the workload and taking on those larger projects. So it's like they will like, I don't want to do that project because it's too big. I don't want to put the time into it. So they can quickly just automate it, get out the door, and it's done. So that they're increasing their volume as well.
How would you say automated estimating has helped working as a team?
I think it feeds into the efficiency thing again. So everyone's getting time, more time to be maybe more proactive on the projects. You get that at an individual level, but if you've multiple people using automation, then it feeds across the team. So I think just a more proactive approach, more time to actually get into the finer details of the project as well.
Yeah, I think that collaboration is sort of a real key as well, being able to sort of work on the same project at the same time. And some people can be, especially the fact that it's cloud-based, some people might be in another office across the other side of the world, but you can still collaborate on those same projects and still access those same reports that just make everything so much more slicker and easier to progress, rather than having to fire across emails, check dates, and make sure that you're sort of all up to date and working from the same sheet, as it were.
Yeah, and I suppose the other thing as well is like when people go off, so someone goes off for a couple of weeks holiday, it's like, hey, I can go into that project and I know exactly where it's at because it's there, it's all based there live, so you can sort of pick it up when someone goes off. So that gives you that sort of synchronized approach.
Yeah, definitely. What advice would you give to estimators still relying on manual methods?
My advice to an estimator who's still doing it manually, who's still hesitant to sort of make that step in, is just dip your toe in, just try it. There's lots of ways you can test the software to sort of get an idea of how it feels, and there's obviously a little bit of trust element of trusting software, but just try it out and see, and then you can always compare and make that comparison. But I suppose the unknown, you're never really going to know unless you actually take that step forward to experience the sort of the efficiency in the software. What about yourself, Phil? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Another thing for me is just you need to be able to check your work, and a lot of people are hesitant because they're sort of not sure that their numbers are going to be correct. It's putting your faith in someone else than yourself, and a lot of estimators tend to think that because they've done it their way for so many years that their way is right. And when they eventually do dip their toe into Countfire or a automated estimating platform, they realise that maybe they weren't quite as accurate as they first assumed. And by us having check sheets in place that allow you to make sure that your numbers are accurate, that you've got everything under the right headings, it just takes away a lot of that pressure. Whereas I know when I was an estimator, it used to be a case of I'd submit a bid and I would immediately think, what have I missed? What's gone wrong there?
Was that often, was it?
Oh, frequently.